Hey everyone, this video is going to cover the instruction manuals for the Neo Geo. So I'm going to show you the different layouts for the Neo Geo games and how they've changed over the years. Alright, the first one we have here is of NAM-1975, which of course is the very first Neo Geo game. And as you can see, you have the marker over the woman, the whole censorship thing on the artwork. Now the thing with the early Neo Geo games, so I just want to give you a heads up. They weren't very detailed compared to the later titles as time passed on. You had a lot of hand-drawn illustrations in the early Neo Geo manuals as opposed to screenshots. So I can tell you right now, this manual has I think like one or two screenshots in here. Okay, here's your one screenshot, which is the standard one, just outlines that everything that's on screen. All the different types of firepower that you can have. There's your map screen right there, all the levels. A lot of hand-drawn artwork here. Description of each stage. Enemies. And what I mentioned in my last video regarding the attention notice, where I said that some of the early titles from like 1990 had the rental system. So here's your proof right here. This product can only be used on a Neo Geo rental system. So this was at the time where it was out in the hotels and the restaurants, but prior to the retail release. And the back of the cover, nice and plain. All right, next one is Ninja Combat. Hack and slash beat 'em up. We got the basic controls, saving and loading your game. Okay, so here we have more screenshots. Obviously, you have your main screenshot of what's on screen and what it corresponds to. You have your heroes. Once again, you have the hand-drawn illustrations. Here describing all our heroes, all the different weapons. Of course, the weapons can only be picked up by the main characters, not by the ones that you rescue along the way. And here are the stages. So here, at least, we're getting more screenshots of the game, which is always a good thing. I like instruction manuals that have lots of screenshots. And of course, like a lot of instruction manuals from the day, they'll give you screenshots of the early stuff in the game, but the later stuff, they won't show you. You just have to see it for yourself. And here are check this one out. A big, fat, axe-wielding guy. His name is Deborah. All right. Got all the other enemies here. And once again, like I said, an early release Neo Geo rental system. And once again, you have a plain back of the manual. All right, next up is Samurai Shodown. What I mentioned in my last video regarding the manuals getting a little bit more humorous around the 92-93 mark, like I mentioned with Fatal Fury 2, it's very evident in this game as well. That is in the game's manual. We got the storyline here, the prologue. We have a shot of Amakusa. Read that. Of course, your screenshot outlining what's what, and the controls. Different levels of difficulty. Your methods of mayhem, your dashing. Samurai Shodown games had so many different controls that you can pull off. That's one thing I like about this game. I'm actually terrible at Samurai Shodown, but you know what? It's a great game nonetheless. Great series nonetheless. I should say 1 and 2 I'm terrible at. The later games I'm better at. They are easier though. We got dueling, bonus stages. And we got that kind of goofy artwork there. The dummies in a game that is not in real life. Position your character carefully. Yeah, there's that humor. I mean, talking about, hey, you got this little cartoon here, distinguishing between life and boom. You got the delivery man dropping off the items. Bushi Theater 2. got Holomaru. Appears to be, it looks like Ukyo. The Rage Gauge. Got your cast of characters. And if you look at the description of the character, brief biography, and you'll even see alma maters of where they got their training. Holomaru is self-taught. One of my favorites is the one for Earthquake. Let me show it to you. Where is he? He's toward the back here. Tom, here we go. Earthquake. Alma mater. Oh, let's see that. Neo's Ninja Academy correspondence course, a dropout. Wow. We got everyone else. Genon, Hanzo, caring for your system and memory card. And also at the front and the back covers, you had some colorful artwork here, which is pretty cool. Neo Geo. All right, on to Art of Fighting 2. Came out in '94. Got a colorful illustration there of Ryo and Robert. We got the game's storyline. Controls. Keep an eye on all important power meter and the rage gauge. And they call it the rage gauge as opposed to the spirit meter for this game. We got the game's difficulty level. Mamma mia, you wanted rough composition, well you got it in barrels, Buster. You know, it's fun and easy level, you get your ass kicked in this game. So that's that humor once again, which is, I love it. I love the humor. Because you know why? Because I like games that don't take themselves too seriously. And if you have to, and one thing I like about Art of Fighting 2 is the dialogue exchange between the characters before each match. It's custom based on the matchup, and it's all humor. And that's the thing I love humor in video games. Is, you know, it's an escape from all the crap that we have to put up with in real life. And I like to pop in a game that just, you know, just wants to be funny. That they don't want to be too serious. You know, it's a time just to have fun, get a laugh, and not have to play something that mimics real life. The cast of characters. Got most of the characters from the first game minus Todo, and some of the new guys like Eiji Kisaragi, who was a major league pain in the ass in this game. We got Ryo Sakazaki, Robert Garcia, all the different moves. Also new moves, which are a great addition. We get Yuri. Now, I guess I want to show you King in this. In her description here. Here now they do describe her as a female. She is no longer a guy. There we got Mickey and his new hairdo. Jack Turner. Lee. Takuma instead of Mr. Karate. Mr. Big. That's my character. My YouTube avatar is of Mr. Big. And once again, taking care of your memory card and system. And we got some more colorful artwork here. And that is Art of Fighting 2. All right, next up we have is Samurai Shodown 2 or Samurai Spirits 2. Now, as you can notice, the instruction manuals are no longer the rectangular. They're no longer rectangular. Now they're the square type, similar to what you would find in a CD. Now, there's a reason why they did this. They made the change in 1994. My guess is it was done when they released the Neo Geo CD. That way they don't have to make two sets of manuals. That way they just can make square manuals for the CDs and then do the same thing for the AES games. Now I'm going to show you the insides of both of these. Now this is the English one. I actually don't own the Neo Geo CD, but I wanted to get the English Samurai Shodown 2. I got it for like dirt cheap, so that way I have the instructions and all the moves list. This is in Japanese. So the first few pages will talk about, you know, how to use the Neo Geo CD system, blah 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 blah. But what I want to show you is how the layouts of the manuals look like. Some of the pages are going to be different, but interesting thing here is that the instructions are relatively, the layout that is, are relatively similar. So here we have the CD, and here is AES in Japanese. As you can see, the layout is exactly the same. The artwork is the same. The only difference, obviously, of course, is the language. show you a few more pages. The delivery man. Oops. Rules of combat, and then we have the moves list, starting with Haomaru. Oops, went too far. There we go. So you can see the same artwork. So my guess is, like I said, it's to save time, save money. Just, you know what, do the exact same layout of the artwork for both CD and AES. And also, it's the same thing would apply to the instruction manuals between English and Japanese versions as well, even, let's say, within the AES. That way you don't have to do completely different sets of artworks, whereas instruction manuals for games released in different regions for other consoles, yeah, their manuals would be very different. But a great example would be the difference between the TurboGrafx 16 and the PC Engine. I mean, if you see the difference, like the PC Engine instruction manuals are full color where the TurboGrafx ones are not, and the PC Engine ones have so much more artwork and detail. The TurboGrafx ones are like very brief, not too many pages, not too much content in them. Oh, actually, I think I went too far on this one. Sorry about that. There we go. All right, so you get the gist of it, how similar the manuals are between the CD and the AES games, and also between Japan and Japanese and English manuals. All right, so that is Samurai Shodown 2. And here we have the King of Fighting. Once again, a comparison between the Neo Geo CD and the Neo Geo AES. These are both Japanese. I got this, like I said, I don't have the CD system, but I got it because when I first got King of Fighters 95, I got it in MVS format and I didn't have the moves list, so I wanted to get the CD game for I bought it for like a few dollars, just so at least that way I could have the full moves list. And once again, you can see, aside from the difference in pages here, the artwork is the same. Let's just get through these first few pages in regards of taking care of your CD, because you're not supposed to scratch these suckers. Here we have, these are both in Japanese once again. As you can see, yeah, they're pretty much almost identical. Actually, a little bit of a difference here. You have some extra artwork here. So a slight difference, but like I said, for the most part, got this thing here. Let's move that to the side. Let's turn to the next page. They're very similar. Here you're showing the Neo Geo CD manual, and here you have the joystick, both the original and the kidney bean joystick. Screenshots are the same. Oops, there we go. There we go, more screenshots. Same ones. Basic controls, more detailed controls, I should say. What all the buttons do. We got Benimaru and Athena kicking. Looks like King. Go more of the same thing. So I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. There we got Kyo. Let's go back one page. Kyo. And we got the moves. The Japan team, the women's team. And let's show you a close-up. The ones that are marked with a star are the desperation attacks. The ones above it, you have like a little circle there with this Japanese character. The ones that have the circle, that have that circle there, those indicate new moves. So that way you could tell that these are the new special moves that were added for each character between King of Fighters 94 and 95. I think it's a pretty cool thing. The PlayStation manual, the English, I have the King of Fighters 95 for the PS1. The manual does the same thing where it'll outline the moves that are new to the character compared to the previous game. Got the Art of Fighting team, Psycho Soldiers team. So I'm just gonna leave it at that for King of Fighters 95. Different back art. All right. The last manual I'm going to show you is King of Fighters 96. So what's so special about this one? Here's what happened. I bought this game about a year ago. When I got it, I saw the manual. I saw something wasn't right. And as you can see right away, here we have the front cover. Here we have the moves list of the SNK boss team where it's upside down. Yes, you have the pages upside down. When I saw this, I thought, like, okay, what the hell's going on? And look at the pages. Look at that. They're not even cut. I actually went on the Neo Geo forum. I asked about this. Hey, I got this manual that was essentially, it looks like a manufacturer's defect. I didn't know what to make of it. So I'm like, did I get ripped off here? So I figured, you know what? I got paranoid and I actually opened up the AES card. Something, by the way, I do not recommend. Do not recommend opening up AES cards. They're a pain in the ass to do. And there's also like little things that you could easily break from them. So, and if you do open them, I suggest using 2 credit cards. That's the easiest way. So I asked around and they told me, yeah, it's probably a legit cart, but the manual is just a simple manufacturer's defect. The quality control was probably not the best in the world, but I wanted to show you this just to show you that, yeah, that the quality control wasn't always perfect for the instruction manual. Look at this. And then once again, upside down page. I've actually been wanting to get another manual for this game, but I haven't gotten around to doing so. So, oh well. All right, so that is all I have for the Neo Geo instruction manuals. I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, thanks for watching.